All right, all right, all right. My guaranteed win from 2 games ago, my last stream, my guaranteed win paid off. We're now 3-0 with the guaranteed wins. Yes, it was the Hornets, the Nets, but risked it a little bit on this one. Risked it a little bit on this one for the guarantee the Pacers win. But let's go. Not only did they beat a team that we just really, really wanted them to beat. Yes, they were down Miles Turner. Yes, they were a little banged up, all right? We all know that. We know that they were down Miles Turner. They should have had Miles Turner. That's fine. But 135, 108? Let's go. 135, 108. Everyone doing their part. We'll talk about team basketball in a little bit. Everybody doing their part. 7 guys, I believe, in double figures. Let's go. 3 guys above 20 points. Come on now, that's team basketball. NJ Andrew in the chat says 73 bench points. 73 bench points? 73? Whew. Let's go. I mean, the bench certainly played a shitload tonight. But let's go. What a win. And we'll talk about, because now the Celtics might be back. All right, I'm going to say this because guess what? They're starting to not start slow, right? All these games that they got down early, they had dug themselves a hole. They haven't been doing that too much in these past few games. They're now four wins in a row here, and they're not digging a hole. In fact, tonight they came out firing. This is a good Indiana team. They came out firing. You took them down. Hey, you guys, you beat us at the buzzer last time. Not tonight. Let's go. That was awesome. But yeah, so it's the fact that they're not starting slow, and I've said that for a while, that this is such a knock on them, that they were starting slow, that they had such issues getting in the game right away. It's like they were waiting till they were down 20 points to get going. No, we're starting to see a little bit of that disappear here. And it's something that, the minute you take that away, boom, you're a better basketball team. And you know what? I think this is the official Celtics are back. They're going to start playing better basketball. I do think there's some damn good teams in the East. But I think that this might have been the game that kind of defined the Celtics. I don't care that they didn't have Miles Turner. I know that that's a big blow to this best points per game defense. I get it. I understand. And Carter, I see you in the chat now talking about your guy Miles Turner. I get that he's a big blow. But damn, 135, that's just as much as Celtics playing real good basketball as it is the Indiana Pacers missing one of their key defensive players. That was good basketball tonight on the green side of the ball. It was awesome. And you know what? Saw a couple of you guys, not necessarily you guys, but someone tweeting out on Twitter, funny. Someone saying that, Jason Tatum was shooting too much. Like he's being a ball hog. He's not passing again. Jason Tatum was 9 of 15. If Jason Tatum's going to shoot over 50%, I mean, what is that? That's 9 of 15. That's almost 65%. I don't know. Don't sue me in the math game. But he had 20 points on 9 of 15. If he's going to do that, he could take 1,000,000 shots, keep that percentage, and we're good with that. And just digging deeper into that, that's the Jason Tatum that we want in the future. That's a fact. That's the Jason Tatum that we want in the future. You might not think it, but Jason Tatum's supposed to be this prolific scorer and get to the rim type of guy. He's not going to ever be a passer. Like Jason Tatum, it's not Jason Tatum's game. So Jason Tatum shooting 15 times, making 9 of those, dropping 20 points at 20 years old, take that to the bank. Take that to the bank. That's the type of game where Kyrie Irving, our coveted superstar, is just, hey, you do you, man. I don't even need to exhaust myself. Celtics have a back-to-back. They got a new game tomorrow. Kyrie could take his time. Al Horford could take his time tonight. They didn't have to push anything. They didn't have to over-try. They really didn't have to do shit. Like, this is on the back of Marcus Morris, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and we'll talk about those two guys now. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. If those guys are going to combine for near 50 points when they play with each other, I said it at halftime. They had 28 together at halftime. Damn, this Celtics future is looking good. If these two guys that everyone's been knocking, including myself, but everyone's been knocking, hey, you've taken a step back. If you guys are gonna guarantee me 20 plus points every night, if you could do that night in and night out, hell yes. Hell to the yes. That is the future of the Celtics right there. Those two guys, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. If you're going to tell me that's the future of the team and those guys are going to do that, then sign me up. Don't trade them. Let's keep rolling with what we have. But I got to see it consistently. We do have to see it consistently. It's It's not the same. Let's see what we got here. We'll look at the chat here. Clint saying Time Lord. Yeah, let's go. Nick Murr saying there's no stopping Time Lord. Negretti Rama, I hope I'm saying your name right. That was a great win. Tommy, what's going on? And yeah, we can talk about it. Lindo Costa saying that the Pacers want a back-to-back. I know, I get that. And I was talking to Carter, if you're still in it. Carter was saying it. They were on a back-to-back. But I'm not taking that away from the Celtics. You know what I mean? Maybe that aids the Pacers side of things. Like, they can tell themselves that, which it's true. It makes sense. But I'm not saying that that's the reason the Celtics just dropped 135, played unreal team basketball, plenty of assists, and had 73 points off the bench. You know what I mean? Like, that's still Celtics good. That's good basketball right there. Walter says, what tough indie defense. No problem there. Yep, I know. They've been one of the better, if not the best defensive team in the league. Celtics put a hurting on them tonight. They were missing Miles Turner. I'll always put that in there. Carter, you're even jumping in saying Turner wasn't going to stop the threes. Yeah, I mean, right, exactly. The Celtics playing that well, they would have won tonight with Miles Turner there. Maybe it wasn't going to be a blowout. Maybe they weren't going to get to the rim at will. But, you know what, I'm not taking this away from the C's whatsoever. We were able to rest some guys too, that's awesome. Lindo Costa saying a lot of extra passes, which led to open looks. Exactly. Like team basketball. I have that on one of my notes here. Team basketball. We don't always see that. We don't. As much as these guys are possible stars and already stars, Kyrie Irving, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, even Terry Rozier when he gets in there, they're not playing team basketball always, but this was a game that they just clicked. You know, injuries on the Pacers side, back to back or not, they clicked tonight. We could have beaten anyone right there. I think we could have beaten anyone with that play tonight. Z Celtics saying Tatum and Brown showed their worth. If they can play like this going forward, I'm on board. That's exactly what I was saying too. It's like, if these guys are going to do that, if they're going to be able to combine that and just play, I think they were the top 2-minute players tonight too. Let me check that. Top 2 guys, top 2 minutes, 25 for Tatum and 29 for Brown. If you're going to tell me that they're going to do that, if you're going to tell me they're going to do that, sign me up. I'm on board. Screw the Anthony Davis trade talk. If you're going to guarantee that these guys are going to be able to do that for me, let's go. Let's roll with it. Now, if you're not going to, if it's not going to be consistent, if you can't guarantee that, then I'm still think I'm on the side of, give me Anthony Davis. Ultimate Frog says, nice hat. Oh, yeah. GuyBostonSports.com/store. And Carter's giving us credit now. The Indiana Pacers fan in here says, you guys played well. That ain't no back-to-back. Right. I mean, it might be something you can tell your Pacers, like, hey, like that's why we kind of got routed. But the Celtics were beating anyone tonight. And it's just, it was sweet seeing that Kyrie didn't have to do anything. Al Horford played 18 minutes. It's unreal. KJ in the chat saying Ev's still undefeated when he guarantees wins. Yep, 3-0. Oh, you don't mess with the undefeated hand. Now, the 2 games that I picked prior to were Charlotte and the Nets. And those were easy wins. So I was Floyd Mayweather in it, bumping up the record, taking fights. I will win. This was a heavy hitter, heavyweight fight there. Pacers Celtics. I guarantee the Celtics wasn't even close. Let's go. 3-0 with my guarantees. Stay tuned for the next guarantee. We'll see what it is. Boston Easy saying everyone should tap the screen. If you are on mobile, if you're on the computer, you got to tap the little heart, but it does me so much. It does help, gets other people in here, everything like that. So if you can, tap the screen, show me some love here, and get the hearts going, because it definitely helps. It helps so much, gets other people in here and gets more people going. Walter says Tatum started hot and Morris kept it rolling and Brown was there all game long. How good of a sentence was that? Or a short snippet. Tatum started hot, Morris kept it rolling, and Brown was there all game long. That is awesome. To be able to say that is awesome. Awesome. You didn't even need Kyrie. You didn't even need Horford. You barely needed Marcus Smart to make plays, to make defensive plays. You know what I mean? Gordon Hayward. You didn't need Gordon Hayward. I mean, Gordon Hayward still had a decent game, but to have Tatum, Brown, and then even Morris, a guy that just can just score at will. Awesome, so awesome. Ty James says Hayward's been playing well. Yeah, I think that's I would say 4 games now for Hayward, and he's playing pretty well. So let's keep it going. The fact that we can now say that, it's so funny that we can switch ideas now. It's like, even myself, it's like, oh well, screw Anthony Davis. I want Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Keep them. But like, that just shows how, I don't know. There's no sort of real weight into the fact that the Celtics that Celtics fans really want to get rid of Jason Tatum. You know, we've said it, people have said it. You want Anthony Davis, but I put out a poll on Twitter yesterday. It's closed now, but go check it out. It's on my timeline at EvGuyBoston on Twitter. I think there was like 1,400 of you that voted, and it was like 70-30 in favor of keeping Tatum. So you know what? Hell yeah, that's some loyal fan base there. Because like I've said in the past before, I think I'm right on the fence. You know, like Anthony Davis is so good, but you know what? Like we've said in the chat here too, like we said in the chat, if you're gonna tell me Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are gonna build on what they just did together, keep it going. Keep it going. You know, that's the thing. And yeah, let's talk about the bench. Clint saying that scoring 135 shows that the bench is loaded. Yes. You know, you had, let's see, 73 bench points. You had Jaylen Brown with 22 off the bench, Terry Rozier and Daniel Tice with 12. Then you had Gordon Hayward with 4. Robert Williams came in and played 12 minutes, had 6 points. I think they were all touching the, maybe not, but he did have a monster tip slam there. And it was just, it's another game where everyone that played, except for 2 guys, had a positive plus minus, you know, and when everyone can get like that, it was only Gershon Yabusele and Brad Wanamaker that had -3 plus minuses. That just shows that your whole team you were blowing them out all night. You know what I mean? If you can get plus minuses like that, we don't need to dive into plus minus on a blowout like this, but it's awesome to see that. Dylan King says he's officially following now. Celtics Nation, yeah, let's go. Keep this going. You know, this was the type of game. I'm telling you, this is the game. This is the game that kind of defines the Celtics. Do you guys, you know, I would say maybe, what is it? What do we got here? The record's now 20-15, so you're at 40 games. You're about halfway through. This is the game where it's all right. Hey, you know what? Let's go. Let's go. It doesn't matter who start. It doesn't matter the minutes that are playing. Get the W, and you know what? All of a sudden, you look up, you have 135 points on the board. 130. No, if you can score 135 points, no one's giving a shit about who's getting theirs. Because guess what? Everyone's getting theirs. If you can score 135 points, you'll have Marcus Morris with 15 a night, Jason Tatum with 20, Kyrie with 20, Gordon Hayward with 15 to 20. You know, it's like Jaylen Brown getting up there. It's like if you can drop that many points a night, if you can do that, no one's gonna be like, oh, I need my shots. No. Because you're dropping buckets, you're playing at a pace of play that is unreal. There was times where you'd think when this game is a little bit closer, and by closer, I mean 10 points maybe, Pacers would go down and score. Celtics within seconds, literally within like 5 seconds, come down and hit a big 3. Boom, see you later. You know what? They would rebuttal everything. Box to wire tonight. Box to wire win tonight. They started, got up 2-0, never looked back. It finished off at 135-108. 7 guys in double digits. The pace of play was sweet. Jaylen and Jason carried this team tonight. And, I mean, what else could you look for? Box to wire win. This was a game that it was going to be a hard-fought battle. Like, this is the game that everyone's looking forward to all day long. The Nets played a closer game. The Celtics were on, and again, like, I'm not a Pacers hater at all. Like, they're one of my favorite teams in the league. You know, that's why I think I'm so infatuated with this win, because they weren't even a competition. This is the Celtics team that we thought was going into the year. Like, okay, the only competition will be the Warriors. See you in the finals. That's how they played tonight. And it wasn't even with Kyrie dropping a lot of points. It wasn't even with Al Horford, having his 10-10 type of game. No, it was Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, the future of this squad. So, I mean, that could be awesome. I got to give a shout out, though, to Victor Oladipo. Victor Oladipo is an absolute Celtics killer. He really is. I mean, he'll go on spurts, and you know what? I said last stream when I guaranteed this win that they needed to shut down Victor Oladipo. As much of a Celtics killer as he is, they shut him down tonight. 17 points. 17 points for Oladipo, a guy that's been averaging 20 points a game. And he's had a hell of a lot of games against the Celtics that were a little bit better than that. You know, he was averaging about 30 per game. They shut down Victor Oladipo, and you know what? Sabonis, he's sweet. He's a good player. He's not enough. He's not enough to do it himself. What you go to Thad Young after that? Darren Collison? No, it's Victor Oladipo or bust when you're playing against him. And you know what? You let him have a little bit of his. 17 points tonight. It's not terrible, but you shut him down. That's a shutdown on Victor Oladipo. And But I will give another props that I think that they won that trade. Paul George is an absolute beast, but having Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis for the future, that is awesome. That's 2 guys that I'm jealous of there. Not that I'd trade one of the young guys of the Celtics to get Victor Oladipo or anything like that. But that's a good squad. That is a good. I like the Pacers. That's why it's tough for me to see a team that I really like. Like if this was the Raptors, fuck the Raptors. I'd be shitting all over them. Kyle Lowry, one of the most overrated pricks in the league. Come on. But this is a team that I actually really like. I like these guys on the Pacers side of the ball, which is why this is all props to the Celtics. Everything I'm saying is props to the Celtics on this win, not screw the other team, because this Pacers team's got some balls. They're good. Like they took us down earlier in the year, November. Are we gonna just forget that? No, we can't. But either way, it's they're still a good team. Like I've said earlier, you can't say okay, well the Pacers were down a man and Miles Turner. Like I think Carter, you were saying earlier, like that's a fact. Those are both facts, but it also just doesn't excuse the fact that the Celtics won. It's the Celtics played well and won. Miles Turner would have been out there, it would have been a closer game. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with admitting that. Celtics would have won that game. You think Miles Turner's gonna go and combine for 40 points and win this game? No, not a chance. Clint saying Tatum and Brown, I want to build the world title. Led on the Lakers. Let's do this. And Walter saying Hayward's looking even better shooting. You know what's cool about Hayward is that he just looks more confident shooting. Like he'll get the ball and shoot. We haven't seen that in a while. That's awesome to see. We'll wrap up in a few minutes here. This was just a fun stream to do. We got this. Wrap up in a few minutes. Let me know if you have any last minute questions. I saw a RJ Hunter, Ty James. You say welcome back, RJ Hunter, coming back to the squad. RJ Hunter and me had a little run in on social media a while back. So hopefully he doesn't hold any grudges. But some things he said to me, I should hold a couple grudges. But you know, if he comes in and he can at least play a little bit, with that two-way contract, I'm okay with forgiving. Yeah, we're gonna finish up here soon. So drop if you have any more questions. If you haven't yet, make sure you're smashing that screen. Give me some hearts. Let's get some love going at the end of the stream here. It definitely helps. It gets more people seeing this, and we can get the conversation going. Maddie's checking in. Maddie, it ain't a stream until she hops in. Oh, usually the first one in here. Usually. Now you're hopping in at the end, but must have been something. No worries though. Yeah. And if you guys haven't, I haven't said this in the streams, but I figured I'd start pushing it more. You might as well go to my Twitter and put on the notifications. You don't have to put on the tweet notifications. I tweet a lot. I don't know if you want those notifications, but you can put on the notifications for when I go live only. Then you can hop in here right away. You can say, hey, what's up right away, and part of that first minute gang that we have. So you know what? Another great win. Those jerseys behind me from C. Marats are stickers from Beast from the Northeast. If you guys don't know them, northeastbeast.com. Stickers of the Celtics players right there. You get them from them. Cheetah Boy 615 says, let's go Boston Celtics. Couldn't have said it better myself. Let's go Boston Celtics. This team is back. They're ready to go. It's exactly what we wanted. It's good to see. I'm 3-0 now in the guarantees. I hate to keep pumping my tires. But that's the case. All right, we're going to close down here. Throw anything in here. Adam Walpert saying, go Team Green. The fire emoji. Couldn't have put it better myself. If you just read some of these comments coming in here, it's awesome because it's like, Hayward's looking good. I'm officially following now Celtics Nation. Scoring one. Look at these comments. That just shows how good of a game that was. But you know what? We'll catch you back here. Hopefully doing a stream tomorrow night. We got the back-to-back in Miami. I'm not going to guarantee the win. I can't waste two of those in a row, but I do think the Celtics are going to take down Miami. Should be a good one. Make sure to tune in for that. Again, if you haven't yet, you got to put on the notifications for when I go live. And thank you to everyone that commented and helped the conversation flow. And Maddie's right. Still yet to lose in 2019. Will the Celtics ever lose in 2019? Will they ever lose in 2019? I don't know. I hope not. Maybe they won't. Maybe we'll go undefeated in 2019. But all right, we'll catch you guys next time.